Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Shannon.
I have to ask you and first say congratulations on this huge success.
Thank you.
It seems like you spent like your whole career working for this moment.
That's
right
what
now.
thank you for
Right?
acknowledging it feels that way. It is absolutely surreal to walk into a Barnes & Noble, but not just any Barnes & Noble. We are on 5th Avenue in Midtown Manhattan on 46th Street. And so you are in the heart of the capital of the world. And so that is not lost on me, to be a girl from Atlanta, Georgia, who grew up loving books. And not only do I get to be here with you and talk about the book, but I also will be signing books here on June 26th at this location. And so you can go to bossbride.com if you want to join us or just find out about other events. But I am a living witness. This moment is a living testimony to the fact that when you dream big, it's possible.
Amen to that. And you made it possible. So tell us more about the book and what readers can take away.
Yes, I didn't write the book. As you mentioned, I'm a senior editor at Essence, where I've covered relationships content for the last 6 years. I've spent over a decade researching the habits of healthy relationships and how can you date successfully. And so as I did all that work, I also was a woman with ambition. This is the best time in history to be a woman with ambition. And so, but how do you navigate being passionate around your career and your dreams while also trying to navigate your romantic relationships? And so I wanted to answer that question for myself. And so this includes research I've encountered over this last decade, but also interviews with more than 100 professional women who I call my working wives, who talk about how they navigate love and career. And so it was exciting for me to find answers for myself and a generation of women living in a new world.
It seems like a lot of people to speak to. So how did you narrow down who to speak to and who to get the information from?
That's a great point to bring out. And I know as creatives, as journalists, we often are thinking like, who are you talking to? But as I mentioned, I wrote the book I wanted to read. So it was maybe a little bit selfish in that way, but I had real questions that I could ask authentically. And then it talked to the woman who was a woman with ambition. I opened in the introduction of the book, it says how you were always was a woman meant to make a splash in the world. So this is for a woman who's playing big. And it's not about your job title. It's not about your relationship status, because every woman can be a boss bride. It's not about one day in your life. It's about a state of mind. It is a mentality to say, what if I treated every day, this day with you, Shannon LaNier, on 5th Avenue at a Barnes & Noble? Like, this right now is the best day of my life. And so you want to show up that way, and you want to give yourself permission to dream bigger and to really be present like a bride at her wedding day. But also be a boss, be strategic, manage your resources, be a delegator, solicit support. And so when you really tap into those parts of yourself, you really do give yourself the space to create the life you were destined to live.
But you make it sound so easy, like, oh, everyone can be a boss bride. But is it really that easy? And what can people do strategically to get to that point where they can have happiness, success, love?
I love that you say that, because we live in a time where for a lot of people, and especially women, the word boss isn't the issue. So it's like, I'm a boss, whether you're an intern or whatever you are, you don't have an issue with there. But a lot of times with our personal lives, we're less conditioned to be confident to say what you really want.
Especially because you're so busy trying to be the boss,
yes.
chasing after that career.
Yes.
You don't have the time, you feel like you don't have the time to also dedicate to your family, to children, things like that.
And the thing is, and the second chapter of this book is called Prioritize Love. We have to prioritize our relationships. We have to prioritize our hearts. And so the fact is, the better you are at home, the more you take care of yourself, and the more you really are intentional around your relationships, the more you are able to go hard in your career. The research shows those people who have healthy relationships, those people who are connected to their community, they make more money. They have more professional success. And so as you see on the cover of the book, the tagline is go hard and go home. So stop believing
go hard
this.
And go home.
Yeah, you don't have to choose.
You don't have to stay at work all day.
No,
all night.
and actually, if you stay at work all day and all night, you're actually not that great at your job, because the people around you, you're drained, you're not fulfilled, you're actually not that fun to be around. And then your personal life is depleted, your health is depleted, your house is probably in disarray because you have not created that harmony within yourself. So this was a 244-page permission slip to women to say it is your time to take control of your life and be in that driver's seat.
And I love how you even say in the book, you don't have to be powerful and alone.
Yes.
That's such a great point, because so many people, they do all this stuff, they control thousands of people in their company, and then they go home and they're eating dinner by themselves.
I know, and is that success, right? And so one of the things that's in chapter 1, Yes, You Are a Boss Bride, is that I have the Boss Bride Bill of Rights, and it's 8 inalienable rights for every woman to enforce. And the first Boss Bride Bill of Rights is you have the right to define love and success for yourself. Because what you just talked about, working hard and going home and eating by yourself, and first of all, there's nothing wrong with eating alone, because I enjoy my own company. But if your preference is to be in community and to have relationships, then that's not really successful living for you. So even though it might check one box that you achieved a professional dream, if it was at the cost of your personal dream, that was too expensive of a cost.
So you also say in the book that people have to stop letting men, money, and fear run part of their lives. What do you mean by that, and how do you stop that cycle?
Exactly, and we definitely are fed that, particularly as women in this culture, you're fed the lie that other people and other entities are deciding what happens in your life. And so one of the reasons some women say, well, I'm a boss, I don't know about being a bride, is because they think they have to wait for someone else to choose them in order for them to be a bride or for them to be a worthy woman, when really you have to choose yourself. And so I talk about in the book, the same day I got the contract from my publisher to write this book, I broke up with the man I thought I was going to marry. Wow. So I really had to stand in, I could be a boss bride while getting over a breakup, and I absolutely was. But
I gotta see what you say about him.
I know. And he's read the book. He knows what it says about our breakup. Like and that's the other thing too. Like for some women, being a boss bride is courageous enough to leave a toxic job, to leave and not even toxic, but to leave experiences that have expired. Because Shannon is not wearing the shoes he was rocking in 7th grade, neither am I. And so give yourself permission that some things have their time, and it's time to let them go. And so to have the life you deserve, and you talk about it sounds easy. No, this is the hardest thing you ever do. But to live a life that I love, to be able to say I've had brunches at Oprah's house, meant I had to let a lot of things go. I had to let go of a lot of baggage. I had to let go of anything that was weighing me down to create space.
I had brunch at Oprah's house. In passing, yeah, she is a boss, ladies and gentlemen.
And she is in the book. I talk about her and Stedman in the book. But no, I think, but I talk about, I only bring her up because I share the story in the book how the first chance I had to meet Oprah, I didn't meet her because I'd never given myself permission to say out loud, I want to meet Oprah Winfrey. When the opportunity presented itself when I was in the same room with her, I couldn't accept or access that opportunity. And so it was a wake-up call for me. That was in 2016, the summer that Queen Sugar came out. And I said, oh, I actually do want to meet Oprah. So I said, next year I will meet her. And the universe did me one. Yeah, give yourself permission. And in chapter 1, I also break down a life plan, like get clear on why you're here and get clear of what you want out of this life.
So it seems like this is not just a book you can just read and put down. We got some
homework. No, this is called, what is it called? A playbook.
Playbook.
We go to
playbook, right? So you do have to have some homework to actually help people get to the point and where they're comfortable in their lives.
Yeah, I want to be, I'm not a guru, I'm your girlfriend, but I want to tell you what is working for me and other women to wake up excited about our lives, because it's not just a nice idea, but this planet is in demand for people to be clear on why they are here. I need you to own yourself. I need for your dreams to come true, because selfishly, my life gets better when you're living in your divine assignment. And so that's absolutely the case. And for women who are watching, or men as well, I do have a free bonus chapter available at bossbride.com. The bonus chapter is called You Are Here. And it's helping you just get really centered. Where are you in your life right now? And then how do we get you from where you are to what's next for you?
Well, we definitely know what's next for you. You're going to be doing a book signing here at Barnes & Noble on 46th and 5th. Tell us more.
Yes, I'm so excited. I will be back here June 26th. You can join us. Doors open 6 p.m. We will be having a signing. I also... as you talked about with the book, I'm all about some interaction. So every person who comes, you'll get an opportunity to have a love checkup. And then for a few people who attend, we'll go through sort of where are you and how do we increase your love and satisfaction in this season.
So much more than the book signing. All right. Well, we're looking forward to that, and we're looking forward to making sure everybody knows about this book, Boss Bride. Get it now wherever books are sold. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shannon.
Congratulations on all your success. I'm just going to get the hugs in.
Love this guy.
All right. And we'll be right back with more of Rise 360.